guys, so I know I look like a total swamp witch, but welcome back to my vlog. I am 10 weeks, and the morning sickness has pretty much worn off. Like, I'm not nauseous anymore, but I do have to watch what I eat. So if I eat something that I'm not specifically craving, which is basically like anything other than fresh fruit or yogurt or dry toast, or toast with jam or something. um yeah, my body really doesn't like that. I take like 2 bites and then I'm like, nope, pass, thank you. Which means I'm eating a lot less, I'm eating a lot differently. I'm eating a lot of simple carbs, but again, I'm eating less than I was before I got pregnant, because I used to just like eat everything all the time, and now I'm not. I eat when I'm hungry and I eat what I'm craving, and that's it. Let's see. I've got got acne that's like the worst that it's been since I was about 18. So that's new. You can't really see it so much like on my face, but like on my neck and then on my back, which I'm not going to show you because it's really gross. I'm really tired all the time. I'm really sleepy. Part of it could be because I keep the temperature in my room like between 75 and 79 Fahrenheit, and then part of it could also just be that I'm used to sleeping and stuff. So I nap, and I exercise sometimes. I know that like the more I exercise, the easier the delivery will be, but it gets dark out really early, so I don't like going out. Um, so I have like a home gym app on my phone that I use, and I'm like modify the exercises so that it doesn't stress my joints too much. And I have a lot to do with, I gotta clean and reorganize my room. I gotta organize the closet, because it's a walk-in closet, and it's big enough to put like the crib and the bassinet in, so I'm gonna have to do that. Get it all nice within the next 6 months. And my dad's being more supportive than I thought he would. He's like looking up baby stuff for me, and one of my close friends is sending me their old baby clothes from their kids, and really, really grateful for that. Most of the people I know are being actually pretty supportive and nice. And then there's this one bitch who is literally 20 years older than me, who is, we have this kind of contentious acquaintanceship. I added her because she is the stepmom who is responsible for raising Loki, and I wanted to at one point be part of the family and get to know her. This was an error. So a couple years ago, I had been kind of worried about Loki because he just, took off without any real explanation. I was scared he was gonna like get himself into trouble or something, and I posted this like really freaked out, does anyone know what to do, where he might be, kind of thing, and tagged her in the comments of a friend locked post. I thought she'd want to know where her son was and all that, and her response was basically to like scream at me for being tacky about putting family business out there, and say that she's done parenting him because she parented him for 12 years, and that like if her employer saw this kind of stuff that she could get fired, or something. And I mention this as background because the other day she came onto one of my Facebook posts just unbidden, and mine was also friend locked, and she basically just gave me a bunch of shit about my pregnancy, about the circumstances of it, went on a rant about how the boy that she is 50% responsible for raising is a terrible, irresponsible person, and she compared my fetus to a sweaty band tee or something. And she like screamed at me that no one was gonna help me, and yeah, also gave me just a bunch of shit about having a crush on her ex-husband. So that was great. You know. um, the audacity of it really bothered me for a couple of days, you know. Both a couple of people, including my half-sister, told her, you should just put this in a PM. You don't need to put it, like, on Facebook, you know. And everybody knows that I have this thing that I don't like people coming into my house and shitting on my floor, you know. And at first, I handled it as nicely as possible. I was very civil. I addressed her concerns in just the most diplomatic possible way. And then after I read my half-sister's comment, I was like, oh, well, she didn't respond in PM because she knows that I would say this and this and this, and basically gave the somewhat less civil answer, in which I basically told her that her ex is a grown man who can speak for himself, and that don't project your parenting failures onto me, and take responsibility for your, if you really believe that your stepson is this fucked up, take responsibility for your half in it, you know? Anyway, Loki's upset with me because, like, I mentioned that she had thrown a tantrum, but I wouldn't tell him what she'd said, and now he thinks that I'm hiding things from him, but honestly, it was just a bunch of bile. Like, I don't know. I don't think it would make him feel too good to hear that stuff repeated, so. And it just came across like really catty and really petty, and I guess concern trolling, because like she tried to make it sound like she was concerned about the welfare of my baby, which she frankly has no reason, because she made it clear I'm not part of the family, and that you know, whatever. Anyway, she's just has no reason to get a bug up her ass about it, but apparently she's like so offended by this that she just felt the need to do that. And I shouldn't let it get to me, I shouldn't let it bother me, but I am a lot more emotional than I'm accustomed to being right now, so I don't know. I didn't want to give her the satisfaction, but I guess it got to me. And um, what's funny is, you know, back a couple years ago when I posted um, being concerned about Loki, she was like freaking out about like losing her job over having her personal stuff on Facebook, even though I hadn't really said anything personal at the time. This time, I'm wondering, gee, I wonder how your boss would feel about you cyberbullying a much younger woman in a vulnerable state, because I think that's frowned upon. And I made it very clear in the second comment that I made. I told her that if I lose this baby, it's going to be because you stressed me out and because Loki stressed me out. And yeah, probably not the nicest response that I could have given. I should have just like given the first response and then let it slide, but I am just so tired of her shit. I don't know. If I can be entirely honest, this isn't, hey, phone, this isn't really something that I really wanted to bring up because it sounds vain as hell, but I gotta level with you guys. I think she actually feels threatened by the fact that I have a thing for her ex. Like, he made it pretty clear to my ex-girlfriend he wouldn't get involved with me for multiple reasons. One being that I was involved with his son, obviously, and then one being that I have absolutely no sense of discretion, which I guess I've proved that. Oops, sorry. um, and but I think she still kind of feels threatened by me because otherwise, like, why go to the effort of like part of it was like screaming at me on his behalf, even though he's grown, he can speak for himself, and if he knows, I don't think he cares that much. Like, I don't think, I mean, about the pregnancy, I don't think he's gonna let it affect him because it's not really a part of his life, you know? It, but yeah, she's like, oh, you're. Oh, whoops, I hit the stop recording button. Oh, well, right, so this is like 11 minutes already. Okay, you know what? I have done like 100 takes of this. I think I'm just gonna publish this one, and this is gonna be my vlog number 2. Cheers, guys.